How Ian Anderson had mixed feelings of a few songs from Jethro Tull's past, most notably Bungle in the Jungle. I'm John Beaudin from Rocky Street Music. Well, let's be clear, Jethro Tull were not a hits band. That really wasn't their bag, but it certainly helped gain them more fans. Hits usually do. As long as it doesn't end up doing All You Do, which was kind of Genesis near the end of their three-man incarnation in the late 80s. In this clip, Ian Anderson talks about Bungle in the Jungle, their biggest North American hit, and living in the past. So did you really not favor or were a big fan? I mean, you wrote it, Bungle in the Jungle. Did you really think that was a distraction from what you were doing?
No, it wasn't a distraction. It was a track, quite a good track, deliberately written for that album to try and get something that was radio friendly. And, I don't feel in no way is it a second rate song or something I'm not happy with. It's just, I don't really, for me, musically and styling wise, it's a little bit obvious. And, I still think it's a pretty good song, but I wouldn't put it at the top of, or in the top 20 of my list of favorite Jethro Tull songs, but I wrote it very intentionally to try to get something that had a sing-along happy chorus, just like the other song that's a bit like that, Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. You know when you have a kind of a hook chorus that people will judge the song by that chorus. And there are other times the chorus has not been like that. The chorus, in fact, an instrumental chorus, like in Living in the Past. That's a function, something that is catchy, but it doesn't always have to be so obvious. But the song is fine. It's just not one I've ever found it easy. Well, it's really a very difficult song to sing live on stage. I know when I did attempt to do it back in 1974 or whatever it was a killer to sing on stage. I didn't leave any space to breathe, and to sing that in full voice is really pretty hard because there just aren't the breath space in the studio. You can drop in and out on record and just sing a line at a time. It's easy to do that, but to try and sing the whole thing straight through is a tough one. So that was one of the reasons I think it never really was, a good idea to do that on stage. And it's a little bit, on the poppy side, I think, So it took me a long time before I was able to find some pleasure in doing Living in the Past live on stage. And it wasn't until 1986, in fact, that a former band member came up with a little idea to expand upon the original thing and turn it into something that was a bit more inventive in terms of the instrumental second half of the song. That was a very good departure. Mm-hmm. But it was only ever done live on stage that way. Of course, it's not recorded like that.
More from Ian Anderson coming up next Saturday. This was a long interview, almost an hour. The first time we talked to him last year, we only got him for I think almost 20 minutes. But he didn't have an interview after me. He had the time, and we seemed to get along okay, so he just stayed on Skype with us, which we really appreciated. So more next Saturday. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.